Hi everyone. Let's see if I can get the camera a little better. I want to talk with you today about poverty, a state of mind. As maybe some of you remember, Ben Carson said something about in a meeting that poverty is actually just a state of mind. So about 2 weeks ago, another coach posted it on his wall without any opinion about it, but there were a lot of people responding to it saying, oh, he's an idiot, that's not true, and he's small-minded, and really dismissed the idea. So I was curious what most of those people were doing for a living, and interestingly enough, a lot of those who totally dismissed the idea that poverty is a state of mind were life coaches, and I was a little disappointed because obviously when you go through coaching training, you are being asked questions like, who do you have to be? And what do you have to do to accomplish XYZ? Get 5 clients to get 10 clients. And who do you have to be? And what do you have to do? All goes back to your mindset. And so I want to go a little deeper into today, bringing in some science especially, as well as some examples where they use mindfulness to overcome poverty. And again, poverty is not just material, poverty is also emotional poverty. A lack of something. Every time we experience a lack of something, it falls into the category of poverty. And to be honest, emotional poverty, a lack of emotional understanding, a lack of emotional connection is actually mostly seen with those who are the richest. And so we can really understand this poverty or state of mind statement in all categories, in all generations, in all groups of people, and all categories of people, however you want to call that. So today I want to talk about something that's really on my heart. For a few years ago, for a few months, I worked as a volunteer for CASA, and I was able to see firsthand what it means to work with children that live in a situation of poverty, where parents struggle each and every day, where parents struggle to even keep their children, where children grew up knowing my parents have been poor, my grandparents have been poor, I will be poor, there's no opportunities for me. They are being considered as at risk, and this kind of situation really taps into the mindset that is being developed already at a very young age. And it breaks my heart to see those children, to really see them growing up and thinking, I never will get the opportunity like other people. I will never be white, and because they consider white being rich. I never will have a higher education because it's just not allowed for me, or it's just not in the cards. I will never get old because everyone in my family died young. Like, all those things are stories and beliefs, and your mindset is being developed through your beliefs and your stories, and to really step out and to understand what it takes for you to create something different. That means you have to change your mindset first. So, unfortunately, the thing is, when you're in a situation like this, many of them will never hear from anyone else that, hey, you can do it, you're capable, you have what it takes, and there are possibilities. Most of them don't even know what it means to have a mentor, to have someone who cheers for them, someone who encourages them to step out and to see the possibilities and to see the world as what it is. It's really interesting to me because every single day we create our own reality. Our thoughts, our words, everything has vibration, is vibration. And whatever we think and whatever we speak resonates with vibration coming from the outside. Like, our electromagnetic field responds to our thoughts and our words. And to really understand opportunity and possibility for the individual, and to be able to develop the skills and the competencies that it takes to make a better living, to create a different reality, to create a different truth, your truth, you have to change your mindset, your state of mind first. With your mind, or your mindset is in general the foundation of all that you will ever create in your life. So I want to get with you a little bit into the science part of it, because recently I read a really great study about reprogramming your DNA. So if it is possible to reprogram your DNA through words and frequency, then it is automatically possible to reprogram your reality through thoughts and words and beliefs. You can change your reality because everything, your thoughts, your beliefs, your words have a frequency and therefore have an impact in everything that's happening around you. And you know that when someone comes into a room and has a total shitty attitude and doesn't even want to integrate into the group, people feel that. Suddenly it's almost like a wave of negativity coming with that person, and you feel the change. So their thoughts impacted how you feel, and often that just happens subconsciously. We're not totally aware of it in most cases, but when you do know about it and you are aware of it, you understand that even your thoughts towards another person has an impact on the other person. So therefore, it also has an impact on your reality, on your truth that you're living on the daily basis. So the Russian biophysicist and molecular biologist Piotr, how do you say that? Piotr Gurdjieff. He explored the vibrational behavior of your DNA, and he found, or his conclusion was, the use of your words and sentences of the human language can reprogram every single cell of your body, because the DNA is responsible for your cells working, and so reprogramming your DNA reprograms every single cell in your body. And we know today that every 7 years, that's about average, every 7 years, your body is a new body. Like every single cell, even your liver, even your heart, everything is new, has new cells, is renewed about every 7 years. And depending on what you do within that time, the damage that you might do, the food that you eat, the toxins that you take on, is what alters the cells within your body. So what he says is really true. However, to reprogram your mind and your body, it needs a specific frequency. And this is why not everybody is equally successful or has the same strength to accomplish certain things. So the frequency that is necessary to reprogram your DNA, there's a specific frequency vibration. I'm not sure in what measurement they measure all this, but a specific frequency is important to reprogram your DNA, and it is the same for your mind. A specific vibration, a frequency needs to be in place for you to be able to reprogram and to rewire your brain. It all works with the same effect, the same kind of understanding of what is possible for you in life. You will have to work on your inner process and maturity in order to establish a conscious communication with your DNA, a conscious communication with your brain cells, a conscious communication with your subconscious mind as well as your heart. Because again, we know that your heart is up to 65% similar to your brain. It has the same build up with the neural pathways and neurons that are connected then with your brain. And that's just a very, very, very simple way to explain that, but it does make sense. So when your inner frequency changes, your outer frequency will adapt. So if inside of you, you start to increase your vibration, so you feel better. By increasing vibration, you start to feel better. Your body is also healthier, and you can create a deeper spiritual connection. Your electromagnetic field around you will change, which kind of acts like a magnet and therefore will draw in whatever has and is on a similar frequency as what you're sending out. So that's why sometimes you feel like, oh my gosh, a specific kind of people seem to just run over me right now. Or I seem to only encounter people that have a specific characteristic about them, and you start to complain. But actually what is happening around you, the reality that is happening around you, is more of a reflection of what's going on inside of you. So take a deeper look at what's really going on inside of you and why you are on a specific or in the similar vibration as those people that you're attracting. Okay, so again, that also means that poverty is a state of mind, because everything goes back to being mindful, to how you use words and thoughts, and that is again your mind. So if you have a mindset that indicates poverty, that indicates a lack of something, you will exactly create that, because it becomes your truth in life. So we have to become more aware. With increasing your vibration, your frequency around you, that is when you can truly see and actually recognize the opportunities that respond on a similar frequency as what you're sending out, your thoughts, your words, your actions. It is measurable, because everything is energy. I already mentioned that a couple times. Everything is measurable. So even your thoughts are measurable, the energy what you're sending out. With Killian Photography, they have done on stage an experiment where the thought that you send towards another person, they were able to see that and take pictures of the energy flow that was going towards the other person. And when they were sending out love and loving and kind thoughts to the person, the frequency, the color that is translated it into was different than when you send out hateful thoughts. And this is why, again, your mindset indicates your truth, your reality of what you believe. Often, or most of the time, people are not even aware. So that means that your reality is being created by default. And by default, I mean the stigma that others put on you, the beliefs that you have learned, and the stories that you have learned from your parents, from society, from teachers, from your grandparents, whoever you surround yourself with. And that is often your default behavior, default reality, that creates your default reality. And in most of those cases, that belief is about there will never be more in it for me in life. I was born at the wrong time. I was born in the wrong family. I was born with in the wrong country. That usually shows up. And when you do believe that, you start to create a cycle of hopelessness, of frustration, of not really being available to life and what you are created to do. So again, therefore, your mind is what holds you back. And again, it goes back to poverty is a state of mind. And again, poverty, a lack of something. Everyone, I truly, truly believe that everyone is destined for greatness, but not everyone is able to access that greatness within their heart, because nobody ever told them that this is a possibility, that this is who they are. Most people don't even ever feel seen. They just feel overlooked or talked down at. And when we truly feel seen, we can look at the heart, at our essence, and see the greatness that you're born for. Your spirit, your essence within you is your connection to a higher power. And with that knowing, you also understand the power that you have as an individual. Your whole being is destined to serve a greater good. But nowhere does it say that this is a luxury only available to the rich. That is something that is deep inside of you. It's a core part of who you are, and you have to understand and you have to acknowledge that this is simply what you are and who you are. And you will never change that, no matter your belief or your story, but you have to tap into it. You have to connect to that truth to change your mindset, and then change your thoughts, your emotions, and then automatically change your reality of what is possible for you. So I want to talk with you about actually an example, which is really cool. I learned about it the other day, and it's called the Hunger Project. It is one example that underlines the power of our mind. And I thought that was perfect, and this really made me want to talk about this topic even more. This project is designed to end world hunger through mindfulness and empowerment. I think this alone is worth applauding, and it's a really amazing example of what is possible, what we are possible as what we are capable of as human beings. In that project, they asked the question, can changing our mindset change the world? And what they teach people in impoverished areas of the world, they teach them the mindset, I have the ability, I have the capability, I can do it, I can change the world, I can change my life. Those alone are affirmations that help them change their mindset to understand what is possible, to understand the opportunities that are within them, and that are also wherever they're at. Wherever you're at is perfect, and you can make a change. And within that environment, you create a ripple effect, and you're not changing your own life, you're changing the lives around you. And it can look in very little ways. It doesn't have to be on a world stage, it doesn't have to be all the way out there. It can start in very little ways. So Roland Kawaja, the director of the project in Malawi, says the person who is in the situation of hunger and poverty is the person who is the primary resource to end hunger and poverty by changing their mindset. So it's really interesting how he puts the responsibility of those who experience a lack of something, and says, if you are capable, if you can commit to changing a mindset, you can be part of ending world hunger. And it's really interesting to me, if we continue the work that we have been doing so far in regards to world hunger, it says that we are able to end world hunger by 2030. And that's coming up. Like, that is not just that far away. That's not just a future hope or a fantasy, a dream. It is reachable. So it's possible. He says that they encounter many people in their work with the mindset, I was born poor, I will die poor. And this really takes away they literally already resigned to even digging deeper, to even wanting to do more, to be more. And so this is what they're going after, changing that mindset. Just because you have been born poor doesn't mean you have to stay poor. It actually is an opportunity for you to rise up, to not just change your life, but other people's lives. And from what I understand, they have a 5-stage program, and I'm going to tell you a little bit. The first is believe in themselves. They're changing the beliefs that they have about themselves, the stories that they have created about their life. And again, that goes back to mindset, your state of mind. And the second is they create leadership principles. They help them understand that you as an individual are also a leader. Then the third stage is vision. They create vision about who they want to be, what they want to accomplish, where they want their community to be, what they want the world to look like. And then the fourth stage is the commitment to that vision, the commitment to themselves, the commitment to their community itself, to their country, and then to the world. And then the fifth stage is adding all that up into actions, into taking the steps to creating that. And when you are empowered, when you have the knowledge of, hey, I am capable, I can do this, you are also willing to take the actions. There's nothing that you don't want to do. Like, you're so driven from within that you can't do anything but take actions. And again, as we see in this example, it all starts with your state of mind. So I'm asking you this question today: how much more could we achieve if we have the right mindset to make the world better? Again, I want to repeat that. How much more could we achieve if we have the right mindset to make the world better? I think this is a great question to ask ourselves, and maybe it's something to reflect on for yourself. Change starts within yourself. And as a coach, as a speaker, as an author, I deal with this every single day, where people get so stuck, and sometimes people don't want to change their mindset, and you have to take responsibility for that as well. But in general, if we are open to changing how we think about ourselves, we will change how we think about others, we will change about what is possible, we will change about what we can do, and we will change the way we think about the world and how we relate to it. So I hope this was helpful to you, and if you have any thoughts, please respond, let me know, any comments. I would love to start a discussion about the topic, because I really truly think it is an important topic, and especially as a coach, you have to understand about the mindset and how this is all connected. So yes, Ben Carson was actually right in some way to say poverty is a state of mind, and unfortunately a lot of times we use that against people who don't have the knowledge, because in that way they can control them. In that way they can direct them in however they want, and they can make more money in regards to their mindset. So the more we teach people, the more we help people to awaken their inner warrior, their inner spirit, the more we can change the world together and really come together as a unity, because the only way from within is to recognize that we're all connected, that we're all responsible for each other, no matter where we live, no matter our background, no matter our stories, and no matter our history. We're all one. Again, thank you so much for listening. I hope you're having an amazing day. If you have any questions, let me know. Reach out. Check out my website, isabelhunt.com, for more information about my work. Comment below if you like this, if you found this helpful, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.